So we have 3 nucs, 3 young honeybee colonies set up right here. These nucs are, they're in 10 frame boxes, but each nuc was a 4 frame nuc. Probably 1.5 frames of brood, frame of pollen, and a blank frame for them to work on something, build comb while they're sitting in their nucs, which is not a big nuc for a nucleus colony, especially in Newfoundland. It's July 26th right now, and so I've got, at the most, I would say I have 8 weeks to get these small colonies built up into, well, twice the size they are right now. So they've got like 4 frames, and they need to build another 16 and fill them with honey, or most of them with honey. And that's a tough haul, man. It's a race to the finish line trying to get these bees strong enough to get through winter. Step 1 is just feed them and feed them and feed them sugar syrup until they basically won't take it anymore. There's all kinds of different feeders out there on the market, and here's one of them. This is basically, it's a little thinner than a shallow super, and the reservoir is right here, and the bees come up through the bottom right there, and they come up through these corners right here, and they sip the water, sip the syrup right here and right here, and you can see the top goes off. Right? Now, my only problem with this and with these types of feeders is that the bees are clustered, say, right down here on 2 or 3 frames. They might be in the middle, they might be sort of off the center, but generally they can be anywhere, but they're sort of like in the center. Let's say they're in the center, doesn't matter where they are. They have to leave the brood nest. They have to leave the brood and crawl up through these, up along this plastic. There's a lot of real estate for these bees to traverse to get to that syrup. And I've noticed in the past, especially with some people who use a similar feeder, it's called a hive insert now, I can't remember what it's called. The design of those is even worse than this because it's not a quick, trek to the reservoir, to the syrup. And if there's not enough nurse bees, it seems that they just don't want to leave the brood. You could have this whole thing filled with syrup, and they're just not going to make that extra journey to go up there and take down the syrup. This is why I like to use frame feeders, because frame feeders are right inside the hive, and you put a frame feeder just like a couple frames away from the bees, and they should easily be able to just walk over and then keep walking back and forth between the frame feeder and the brood nest. So I'm going to test it out. I want to see if this hive, which has one of these feeders in it, with a nuc, if they are accessing this syrup. I think these feeders do work, but I think you need a fully established colony. You need at least a single full deep of bees. You can't just start off with a nuc, I don't think, with a feeder like that. So let's just see.